So breaking news. This just came down the Newswire. It's not a huge shock nor a surprise. I've been talking about it in several videos, but Kawhi Leonard signed a 4-year extension with the Los Angeles Clippers. The fourth year is a player option. Technically, he can get out of that contract within 3. But like I said in previous videos, I feel like Kawhi Leonard has a comfort level with the Clippers organization, the Clippers, Steve Ballmer, those cats out there. I think they both have an understanding, and I feel like this relationship is a lot better than with the San Antonio Spurs, Greg Popovich, and that organization over there. Uh, Even with that player option, I think he's going to. I feel like this is going to be his last landing spot. The Los Angeles Clippers. He's going to retire as a Clipper. And when you're looking at the Clippers, I do not expect Kawhi Leonard to play this upcoming NBA season due to his injury. And knowing how Kawhi Leonard, he's very cautious of his body. A lot of people think that, a lot of people feel like he takes too much time. But Kawhi Leonard is the type of brother that if he's not 110%, he's not playing. He just simply not going to play. And to be truthfully honest, I do not see Kawhi Leonard this calendar NBA season. A lot of people are speculating maybe the second half of the season when the trade deadline ends, we'll start seeing Kawhi Leonard. A lot of people are speculating maybe the playoffs if the Clippers make it to the playoffs. I feel like they still have enough pieces there to make the playoffs. Remember, they without Kawhi Leonard, they try to do their thing. They made a run. But there was a player short, and that player happened to be Kawhi Leonard because he got injured. So, I felt like the Clippers are probably going to be signing some mid-exception players that want to sign, veteran players that want to sign for the minimum contract. Now, John Wall has been rumored to join the Los Angeles Clippers. I'm not 100% sure that, and if he joins the Clippers, I feel like that was their plan C. A lot of people thought I was crazy when I thought Alonzo Ball could have signed a 1-year contract with the Los Angeles Clippers, and do a similar type of situation like Montrezl Harrell, where next free agency, if the money's still there, and he's taking a huge risk in doing this, he can sign a major figure deal next season, but he instead chose the Chicago Bulls in their contract. And the reason why I was saying Alonzo Ball is, I felt like when he got traded to the New Orleans Pelicans, he did get better. Unlike Ben Simmons, he worked on the areas that he was weak on. He bulked up a little bit. And I felt like if he would just gave it one more year, he probably could have gotten more money next year. But there's a risk involved, and why take that risk when there's money there? I mean, he signed a decent deal with the Chicago Bulls. And they're trying to form their own miniature Big Three in Chi-Town. We'll see how all that transpires and works, okay? But that's the only reason why I was saying Alonzo Ball going to the Clippers, maybe going there under a 1-year deal, and maybe saying to himself, well, the money's still there. The money is here for me now. If I just take this 1-year deal, I'm still going to either, worst case scenario, I sign for the similar contract that I turned down with Chicago Bulls this year, next year. But that's a huge risk and that's a huge chance. And I was also on the record, I feel like next free agency, I don't think next free agency the market is going to be that huge and that big. Okay? Because Kawhi Leonard's locked. Kevin Durant's locked. LeBron's already locked. The Greek Freak is locked. Kyrie, I feel like eventually the Brooklyn Nets are going to lock him. Now, the wild card of the big three, and I've been saying this in previous videos, is James Harden. Maybe James Harden goes elsewhere and get a major figure contract. Okay, that's just a wild card. I'm not 100% sure he's going to remain a Brooklyn Net next summer. But when you look at the landscape of free agency, this, the big guys are locked. The max guys, the guys who can get max money, who are difference makers, they're locked in. Now Dame Lillard, I feel like cats like Dame Lillard, I feel like they're on another tier, but they still will command a lot of money. Stephen A. Smith is out there throwing out into the world that the New York Knicks have a possibility of getting a Dame Dollar. I feel like Damian Lillard is going to test out this year, see how everything goes with Chauncey Billups, his schemes and this, that, and the third, what the Blazers organization is going to do to put players around him. It's not a lot of players around him that's on the open market that are difference makers. I thought they was going to overspend on Carmelo Anthony just to make Dame Lillard happy. But I guess they got Dame Lillard's blessing when they, I'm pretty sure they informed him that they were not going to re-sign Carmelo Anthony. And the only two teams that were really wanting Carmelo Anthony this free agency is the New York Knicks, his swan song, so to say. He could have made some decent coin there. Or the Los Angeles Lakers. He signed a 1-year deal with them. So I felt like they got a blessing from Dame. Like, what if we don't sign Carmelo? I just don't think Dame put up too much of a fuss. But this is make it or break it for the Portland Trail Blazers. They're going to have to do something. And if they don't get better this season, if they don't, have potential, if the future doesn't look bright, I can see Dame asking for a trade next free agency. And you're going to see a lot of teams, and you're going to notice, this trend, particularly around the trade deadline. You're going to be hearing a lot of teams dumping salary, just dumping salary. And those are going to be the teams that are going to be lining up for Dame Dollar. Okay. Me personally, I don't think Dame Dollar is a difference maker like a Kevin Durant, like a LeBron James. Okay. I feel like he's on that next stratosphere of players who's going to get max money, okay? Who's going to have a voice and have a say with the organization. I get all that, but Dame, to me, in my opinion, is not a difference maker. Now, if you put him around other players or maybe another superstar or put him around a big three, I mean, you're going to see some major things coming from Dame Dollar. But back to Kawhi Leonard. He signed a 4-year deal. The 4th year is a player option. And like I said in numerous videos, I just did not see Kawhi Leonard going anywhere. A lot of people were speculating the Dallas Mavericks. I could not see Kawhi Leonard going to the Dallas Mavericks. Obviously, he would be the Robin to Luke's, and Luke was going to be Batman. I just don't see, if he felt comfortable like that, then he would have went to the Lakers and would have been LeBron's Robin or Aquaman. Okay. Because they had an opportunity to have a big three, with the Lakers with, LeBron, AD, and Kawhi. And Kawhi turned the Lakers down and accepted the Clippers offer. Now, the Clippers are in a similar situation like the Brooklyn Nets. They're going to give Kawhi whatever he wants. Just like in Brooklyn, they're going to give Kevin Durant whatever he wants. All right? They're going to make both of these organizations are going to make both of these players happy. Okay? They're never going to hear the word no. All right? So, shout out to Kawhi. Like I said in numerous videos, I knew he was going to sign a contract. Now he has an option to get another big time contract with another team. But the likelihood is he's going to remain an LA Clipper. He's really not going anywhere. His legacy is already cemented. Damn, what is wrong with me today? Anyway, his legacy is there. And he already got championships. He won championships with San Antonio. He won a championship with the Toronto Raptors. Their first ever championship, I must say. Clearly, he's going into the Hall of Fame. Okay, he's not going to wait to be. He's that type of player. So he's no longer chasing rings no more. Now he wouldn't mind getting one more ring. Wouldn't mind. And Paul George is, and that's why Paul George signed that max contract last year. Because when I saw him sign that max contract, and I even said last year, well, that should tell you guys that Kawhi is going to remain a Clipper player because of what Paul George did last summer. Okay, so that's all I got for today, guys. Tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. Deuces.